Hi Grant. Today we're going to be doing overhand throwing and I want to make sure you're being completely safe. So by this I mean when we're doing our activities, make sure that nobody's walking in front of you because we don't want you to accidentally throw the ball at them and hurt them. That could be really bad. All right, let's have a lot of fun today, Grant. Hi Grant, it's Mr. Early here. I hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're going to be working on overhand throwing. So overhand throwing is when you're throwing a ball of some sort over your shoulder. So you're not throwing it under, you're throwing it over. So the equipment you're gonna need today is you're gonna need some sort of target. So for me, I just put tape there. That's my target. But you could use a hula hoop if you have one, or if you have an actual target, you could use that as well. Both would work. Also, I have two pieces of wood here that I'm gonna be kneeling over. So you're gonna need something like that. So you could use either tape on the ground or a piece of rope or anything like that. Finally, you're gonna need some sort of ball. So for me, I just balled up some socks because they're soft and small and perfect for throwing. But if you don't have this, you can use something similar to it. All right, Grant? I can't wait to have a lot of fun today. Let's get into task 1. Hi, Grant. Now we're on task number 1. It's the first task of the day. So before we get started with our task, I want you to make sure that you're staying safe. So I'm making sure that nobody is walking in front of me because I don't want to accidentally throw this at them because that could get them hurt. And we don't want to get anyone hurt today. All right, Grant. So to start off task number 1, we're going to start with kneeling. So we're going to get down and kneel. So I have my piece of wood here, my line. You could have tape or something else, but I have my piece of wood. So I have the hand that I'm going to be throwing my ball with is going to be over here. And then my other hand that I'm not going to be throwing with is going to be pointing at my target right there. It's going to be just like that. So I have my hand that I'm throwing with, and then I need my other knee. So the knee that's right below my hand that I'm not throwing with is going to step over my line. So my other knee on the side that I'm throwing with is going to be behind it. So notice how this leg is over here and my other one is back here. All right, so now I'm kneeling over the line correctly. So I'm going to have my hand that I'm not throwing with, like I said, pointing at the target. And I'm going to have my hand that I am throwing with is going to be bent behind my head, just like that. But the ball is going to be near my ear. So when I'm throwing, it's going to look like I'm making a T with my arms. Can you see that T right there? Good. So that's what it's going to look like. Now I have my target. I have my target right in front of me. Now, your target should be straight in front of you. It shouldn't be too high above you. It shouldn't be low at the ground. It should be right at a middle level. So I have that right in front of me. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I have my leg over, my other one behind it. I'm pointing at my target. I have the ball behind my head. And now I'm going to throw. You got that? I'm going to show you one more time what it looks like. So I'm pointing at my target, my knees in front, my other one's behind it. I have my ball behind my head, making a T with my arms, and throw. You got that? Good. All right, Grant. Another way of thinking about this is the hand that I'm going to be throwing the ball with, I'm going to call that my busy hand because the whole time it's busy holding the ball or throwing the ball. Now my foot that's in front of my line here, I'm going to call that my busy foot because it's keeping me upright and straight. So this is my busy hand and this is my busy foot. All right, so now the task that I just showed you, we're going to do 3 times together. Are you ready, Grant? Good. So I have my busy foot in front. I have my knee behind the line. I'm pointing at my target. My busy hand is back here making a T. And go. All right, that was 1. Now we're going to do it 2 more times. Ready? I'm in my position. Point and go. All right, one more time, Grant. I'm pointing in my position, and go. Good job, Grant. You did great. All right, Grant. Now we're on task number 2. So second task of the day. So for task number 2, we're going to be doing the same thing basically. We're going to be kneeling over our line, making our tee, and throwing it at our target. Except this time, we're not just going to be throwing it. We're going to be working on how hard we throw it. So, I'll show you. I'm getting in my position, right? And we're going to be working on throwing it strong, like a gorilla, or soft, like a fly. So, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm throwing it strong, like a gorilla. So, I'm in my stance. I got my busy foot in front and my busy hand back here. And I'm pointing at my target. So this is what it looks like strong. You got that? I'll show you one more time. In my stance, point, and that's what it looks like strong, like a gorilla. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like soft and light, like a fly. So I'm in my stance, point, and you got that? I'll show you one more time, just in case you did it. So, now I want you to answer my question. I'm going to throw it either strong like a gorilla or soft like a fly. And I want you to tell me, am I throwing it strong or am I throwing it light? All right, here I go. Are you ready? All right, good. Here I go. I'll show you one more time what I did. All right, Grant, can you tell me, did I throw that strong or light? Did you say strong, like a gorilla? You're right, I threw that really strong, like a gorilla. All right, I'm gonna do it one more time, and I want you to tell me again. Am I throwing it strong or light? All right, I'll show you one more time. So was I throwing it strong or light, Grant? Light, that's right. I was throwing it light like a fly. All right, Grant. Now we're going to do it together 3 times. So 3 times for strong and 3 times for light. Now before we get into it, keep making sure that nobody's walking in front of you. I'm doing the same. No one's walking in front of me because we don't want to accidentally hit them with the ball. All right, so now we're going to do it strong 3 times. All right, so I'm getting in my stance. You should be too. And we're making our tee. Don't forget that we always got to make our tee with our arms. All right, so now we're going to do it together. Ready? We're throwing it strong again. Don't forget. And go. That was 1. All right, we're going to do 2 more times. Ready? And go. 1 more, Grant. And go. All right, good. We did it 3 times strong. Now we're going to do it 3 times light like a fly. All right, so we're in our stance. Point, making a tee. And go. That was 1. Ready? I'm in my stance. And go. That was 2. All right, last one, Grant. Ready? And go. Good job, Grant. You did an amazing job with task number 2. All right, Grant. Now we're on task number 3. We're on our final task for the day. So for task number 3, it's going to be very similar to task 1 and 2. So we have our line that we were kneeling over to throw the ball, and then we have our target on the wall. Now I didn't ask you this earlier, but the shape of this target looks very familiar. Can you tell me what shape that is, Grant? Did you say a square? That's right, it's a square. All right, Grant, so like I said before, task number 3 is very similar to task 1 and 2. Except in this time, instead of worrying about throwing it strong or light or just throwing it at the target, we're going to worry about throwing it near the target or throwing it far away from the target. So right now I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm near the target. So my line is in the same place that it was before. That's what we're going to say is near the target. So I'm going to get in my stance, make my tee, and throw. All right? Notice how I'm very close to the target. I'm near it. I'll show you one more time. So that's near. I'm right in front of the target. Now we're going to be far from the target. So I'm going to take my line and I'm going to move it back a little bit. Move it back away from the target. So now I have my line back. See how there's so much more space now in between me and the target? So now that I'm far away, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get in my stance, right? I'm pointing at the target and I'm throwing. I'll show you one more time. Remember, notice how I'm far away this time and I'm not near it. All right? And you got that, Grant? You see how I was near the target before and now I'm far away from it? Good. All right, Grant. Now I'm going to be throwing the ball either near the target or far from the target. And I want you to tell me which one I'm doing. So for my first one, I'm going to move my line here. I'm going to get over it and I'm going to throw. I'll show you one more time. So I have my line and I'm throwing. Now, can you tell me, am I near the target? Is there a lot of space in between us? Or am I far away? Did you say I'm near the target? That's right, I am near the target. It's very close to me. Now I'm going to show you one more and you're going to tell me again if I'm near the target or if I'm far away from the target. So here's my line. I'm going to put it here this time. I'm going to get over it. And I'm going to throw. I'll show you one more time. Now, Grant, can you tell me, was I near the target or was I far away from the target where there's a lot of space in between us? Did you say I was far away? That's right, I was far away. There's a lot of space in between me and the target. Good job, Grant. All right, now to help you understand near and far, I want you to look at this picture I have right here. Notice how the lion is near you, right? It's very close to you. And notice how the tiger is far away. So for this, we're going to say, I'm near you like the lion is, or I'm far like the tiger is. All right, Grant, now we're going to do this together. We're going to be throwing our ball 3 times near the target or far away from the target. So we're going to start off with near. So I have my line on the ground right there. That's the one I'm going to be kneeling over. And this one is very close to the target. It's near it. It's near like the lion is in the picture. So I'm going to get in my stance. And remember, we're doing this together, so you should be doing this too. I'm in my stance. I make my tee. Don't forget about the tee. And we're going to throw now. All right, that was 1. We're going to do it 2 more times. All right, I'm in my stance, make my tee, and go. 1 more time, Grant. And go. Good job, Grant. Now, we're going to do it far away from the target. So I have my line. I'm going to move it back a little bit. And now I'm far away. There's a lot of space in between us. Like the tiger was in the picture. The tiger's far away. So I'm over my line. I'm kneeling with my busy foot. My busy hands back here. I'm pointing, make a tee. And throw. That's 1. 2 more times, Grant. Ready? And go. 1 more, Grant. Ready? And go. Good job, Grant. You did an amazing job today. I can't wait for next time.